Hello, my wonderful viewers, and welcome to another episode of Betty Adams Overanalyzes. Today, we are going to be taking another surprise look at SpyxFamily, and just something that occurred to me. In the manga, we are 60-odd chapters in. 50 or 60-odd chapters in, I lost count. In the anime, we're 8 episodes in. Now, for any anime or manga, especially ones that have a distinct sci-fi element in the way that SpyxFamily does, there's a bit of uncertainty into what we're supposed to accept as part of the suspension of disbelief of the world, especially in spy dramas. You know, the 6-shooter gun that can fire as many shots as needed, the hero who can jump from impossible heights and not fracture his legs. There's a certain suspension of disbelief that goes along with every genre. Now, when you have mixed genres, it can be a little vague where those lines are. So, for instance, we get to see Lloyd Forger doing incredible jumps, kicks, punches, which are probably just barely beyond what a real human could do. But it's a spy drama, so we accept them. We see anachronisms like the Heinz ketchup bottle and other things. But, you know, it's a fictionalized setting. Yes, this is East and West Germany, but this is also a fictionalized setting. So we suspend our disbelief and we accept it. And so far, SpyxFamily has been really, really good at that. Other than the Heinz ketchup bottle, nothing has jumped out at me and said, that doesn't belong here. But Anya is a telepath who can read specific words, not just empathize strongly with people's feelings. The dog has future sight and is basically a precog. And this was done through the power of science, making this a science fiction manga. And so I think that because we have suspended our disbelief for the science fiction element, we have missed a critical piece of evidence that tells us about something that's going on with another one of the characters. I believe that Yor has superpowers, to wit, super strength. Now, what do we know about Yor's backstory? She was an orphan. They had a mother. They lost their mother. She raised her baby brother. She accepted this part-time job as an assassin. That would have required a certain amount of training. We see Yor coming home covered in blood, and we see the results of that training and her odd life. She has distinct mental trauma that manifests in antisocial behavior, her fascination with knives, her 100% willingness to kill people, and her having to, on an emotional level, and her having to consciously rein in her killer instinct. So it is strongly implied, I mean, we can assume she's gone through some intense kind of training. But remember, there was a scene where she, for all intents and purposes, oh wow, I realize I'm going to have to either give spoilers for the manga. Okay, hold on. In the scene where Lloyd gets the old lady's purse back, yes, that one's already shown up in the anime. Yor literally jumps down a cliff, basically. Something that Lloyd won't even attempt. Yes, he's holding Anya, but he seemed really shocked and surprised by it. But throughout the anime and the manga, we get to see what are essentially feats of super strength and super agility on Yor's part. I strongly suspect that we are going to find out that as part of her training to become an assassin, Yor was experimented on probably by the same group of scientists that worked on Anya and Bond. Because interestingly enough, we haven't seen any physical enhancement yet. We have scientists who were working to create telepaths. We have scientists who are working to create precogs, and those are mental capacities. So where are the scientists who were working to create super soldiers? Well, maybe one of them was working on Yor. So you have Yor with her insane levels of strength, as demonstrated by the fact, well, it's not, there will be mild spoilers. I'm about to tell you one specific incident that happens without context. Actually, no, it happens a couple of different times. Anyway, so there will be mild spoilers. But Yor essentially gets hit by a car on multiple occasions and barely suffers for it physically. Her internal organs should have been pulped. And if you look back at it, the force of those blows does seem to exceed what we would normally expect for common suspension of disbelief for a simple spy genre, but not for what we would expect of a super soldier in a sci-fi genre. And we know that in this universe there were scientists that were working to create a telepath, i.e. Anya. And we know that there were other projects as well. So simply boosting physical stamina is of course far, far simpler and far more within the range of capacity than making a telepath. So I really think that Yor is probably the last remnant of some failed and abandoned super soldier program. Whether it was chemical or some sort of other, I really think that she's not just a super trained fighter, or a hyper-trained assassin. Yor Forger is a chemically enhanced super soldier with enhanced defense and offensive capabilities. So what do you think? Do you think Yor is a super soldier with super strength? Or is this just something that we're supposed to be ignoring? Because after all, this is a show about a family where the dad is a spy, the mom is an assassin, the daughter is a telepath, and we're just supposed to suspend our disbelief. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Hit that like and subscribe button, and peace out, my wonderful viewers. Humans are weird. We took a vote, and humans are weird. I have the data. 2 books in a series of human absurdity. Go check out these short story collections. What will our little green friends think of us when we finally do make it to space? Find out the answer in 2 books of human absurdity. Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote, and Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, and Google Play.